Welcome to Building Better, a Cream City Conservation newsletter where we provide you with essential updates on anti-bias initiatives and actionable steps and insights on workplace culture. I'm August Ball, CEO and founder of Cream City Conservation. In today's installment, we'll discuss effective ways to navigate election anxiety. That's right. There's no denying that the past few years have brought about some of the most divisive and disruptive discourse many of us have seen in our lifetime. And it doesn't seem that this new normal is going away anytime soon. So let's get into it. First off, let's begin by getting clear on two key spaces we can operate from when it comes to discourse: brave spaces and safe spaces. Both of these spaces hold value, but they're not the same. And it's important that we know what type of space we're co-creating and engaging with. You see, brave spaces are intended to encourage vulnerability, risk-taking, and accountability for growth, whereas safe spaces, on the other hand, prioritize comfort and protection. These spaces tend to materialize when we are among those who we share shorthand language with, when we are around those who understand our lived experiences and save us the trouble of having to explain ourselves and curate our words to accommodate others. Here, we can be radically authentic without the fear of retaliation. At this juncture, most people are already decided on how they will engage or not with this year's election. If your desire is to manage your election anxiety, now is the time to make sure you're in sacred community before attempting to engage with others about challenging and potentially triggering topics. The reality is, there are unfortunately many sources who wish to drain you of your precious energy, inviting you into aimless verbal battles, both in person and online. Sacred community is the practice of intentional co-creation around a shared future that's built upon trust, authenticity, mutual support, and it's also grounded in a shared set of values that honor the well-being and growth of a collective. Before you even attempt to explain your stance or seek to be seen, make sure you are engaging with those who are in sacred community with you. If not, you may find halfway through the conversation that your counterpart has no intention of understanding you and instead is invested in your frustration and the derailment of your focus to build community. Which brings me to a poem that I wrote for a staff who was finding themselves in a very similar predicament. I'd like to share that poem with you now. This poem is called Freedom Needs Your Focus. Set those bags down. Who told you you had to carry them? Who told you you couldn't dance, you couldn't smile or sing? Who taught you to throw your precious energy around like dodgeballs in an empty gym? Distraction. Who told you your activism was only worthy if you called out every slight, reducing your light to a human correction pen? Your knuckles bloody and your feet blistered, who told you? Who told you letting the food in your fridge go stale would somehow feed the hungry? Who lied to you? And who benefits from that lie? Who told you liberation work was to be conflated with suffering? Where did you learn that this work must be done with rage rather than love? Do you not trust that joy is sustainable? You do not need to convince everyone. Are you not already convinced? Could you dance with ease for just a little bit longer without pulling back in, feeling afraid, and dipping your toe back into the rage, into the hate? Darling, you are sacred. Lock those doors from hate. Don't engage with it. You're safe in love. My love, stay safe in love. Who told you your nervous system must stay in a constant state of dysregulation in order to prove you care? Freedom needs your focus. Who told you you couldn't laugh in the face of the absurdity of it all? Who banned you from bonding with those you are in sacred contract with? Who lied to you? Who made you forget that our ancestors' greatest wish was our joy and restfulness? We don't get free from overworking, undernourishing, and outperforming. You know this. Remember this. Freedom needs your focus. That tightness in your shoulders, that headache, that 5-hour disassociative nap, your body is reminding you you are out of alignment. You're out of alignment with your liberation. These are not just big, pretty words. These are the agreements you made when you came here. Don't go back on your word, darling. Don't forget. It's time to remember. Freedom needs your focus. Nothing is created in rage. It is but destruction. And we, inevitably, the collateral damage. Oh, rage, but she is cunning. She makes us think we're getting somewhere when really we're just running in place, balding the tread on our tires. Love is liberation. Don't you remember? Focus. Love is the sustaining solar energy. It's regenerative and it's free. Remember, freedom doesn't need your frustration, your burnout, your depression, or your rage. Freedom needs your clarity, your consciousness, spaciousness, your inner peace, your creativity, your joy, and your love. Freedom, my friends, needs your focus. If you would like to ensure that you are in sacred community, I invite you to craft a plan now. Because no matter how this upcoming election swings, some of us will be in mourning and others will be celebrating. Make a plan now for who and how you will mourn if the outcome is not what you'd hoped for, and make a plan for how and who you will celebrate with if it is. To make this plan, I've created a printable template for you to use. You can find this template at the end of this video. Use it, share it, and let me know if this has been helpful. And no matter what, the sun will shine again, and I will see you on the other side. Would you like support in navigating challenging conversations in your organization? Are you struggling to co-create shared language and community around equity and belonging? Book a call with me to discuss a customized plan for your needs. Thanks again for tuning in, and I look forward to connecting with you in our next installation of Building Better, a newsletter helping you build better teams, better cultures, and better environments that work for all. In solidarity.